So hello once again, my dear STEM students. So for today, we'll be discussing all about the subatomic particles of an atom. So in today's lesson, you will be able to differentiate among atomic number, mass number, and which of these distinguishes one element from another. I have prepared this data table of the three subatomic particles. Let us differentiate them according to their mass, charge, discoverer, and the location of these three in the atoms in the atom. Okay, so in terms of mass, these are the different masses of the three subatomic particles. If you noticed, so based on this information, protons and neutrons almost have the same relative mass compare sa electrons. Sila yung halos magkapareho ng mass nila. Okay? So in terms of charge, the charge of the electron is -1. So and then electrons are made up of leptons, while protons are made up of quarks. Okay? So there are two types of quarks, namely the up quark and the down quark. Okay? So the down quark and the up quark, meron silang mga value. For up quark, the value for up quark is positive 2/3, while the value for down quarks is negative 1/3. So since ang proton is made up of two up quarks and one down quark, so i-add natin to get the charge of the proton. So positive 2/3 plus positive 2/3 plus negative 1/3. 2 up quark plus 1 down quark. Okay? Since pare-pareho naman sila ng denominator, we just simply add the numerator of these three. So 2, positive 2 plus positive 2, that is positive 4, plus negative 1, we will have positive 3 over 3 or positive 1. So that is why the proton has a positive 1 charge. Okay? While the neutrons are made up of quark also, but this time, the neutron is made up of 2 down quarks and 1 up quark. Okay? So, 2 down quarks. So, negative 1/3 plus negative 1/3 kasi 2 down quarks plus positive 2/3. You will have, pare-pareho ulit ng denominator, negative 1 plus negative 1, that is negative 2 plus positive 2, you will have 0 over 3 or 0. That is why neutron has no charge or the charge of 0. So who discovered the electrons? Electrons was discovered by John Joseph Thomson using the cathode ray tube. Okay, that is why ang electrons dati ang tawag sa kanya cathode ray. Okay, so that is electrons, also known as the electron. And then electrons are located outside the nucleus of an atom, doon sa part ng kanyang atomic orbital. We call that the electron cloud region. Okay? While proton was discovered by Eugene Goldstein using the canal ray, kaya ang canal ray is also known as the proton. Okay? It is located inside the nucleus of an atom. And then last, neutron was discovered by James Chadwick. And then the neutron is also located inside the nucleus. Since kanina pa natin binabanggit yung nucleus of the atom, who discovered ba the nucleus of the atom? The nucleus of the atom was discovered by Ernest Rutherford using the famous gold foil experiment or the alpha scattering experiment. I have this simple illustration of that particular experiment done by Ernest Rutherford in order for him to discover the nucleus of the atom. And then we all know that most of the mass of the atom is located in the atom's nucleus. The most heavy part of the atom is the atom's nucleus. Okay? So how to calculate the three subatomic particles? Okay. So, we have your atomic number and then the mass number and the three subatomic particles. So, how to identify the atomic number of the element? Pwede naman din siyang tignan sa periodic table kasi atomic number makikita naman sa periodic table. Pero kung ganito yung representation, so, this is the way how to identify them. Okay? So, the atomic number or the symbol for atomic number is Z is always equal to the number of proton. Mass number, the symbol niya is A. So, mass number is equal to the number of proton plus the number of neutrons. And then the three subatomic particles, electrons, when we are dealing with neutral atom, pag sinabi natin neutral atom, the atom is neutral, sasabihin natin neutral kapag wala siyang charge. And then kapag neutral ang atom, it is always equal to the number of proton. Ganun din ang proton. Pag neutral yung atom, walang charge, parehas lang sila ng number of electrons and proton. And then the number of neutron is equal to the mass number minus the atomic number. Okay, in symbol, ganito natin sinusulat yung representation ng atom. So yung let X represents the symbol of the element. Lahat ng nasa taas na information, that is the mass number. And then yung nasa baba, that is the atomic number. So let us complete all the information needed in this data table. For sodium, so wala siyang atomic number, but we all know that atomic number is equal to the number of protons. Since present naman na yung number of proton, just simply copy number 11. Okay, so that is the number of proton. That is equivalent to the atomic number also. And this atomic number or the number of proton is the identity of the element. Okay, number of electrons. How to identify the number of electrons? The number of electrons in a neutral atom is always equal to the number of protons. Since the number of proton is 11, so 11 din ang kanyang electron. Then last, number of neutrons. The number of neutrons is equal to the mass number minus the atomic number. Mass number minus the atomic number. So 23 minus 11, you will have 12 for the number of neutrons ng sodium. Next, chlorine. So ang chlorine, the atomic number niya is 17. Bakit 17? Kasi meron ng electron. Number of electron is always equal to the number of proton, and the number of proton is always equal to the atomic number. So ang wala na lang dyan is the mass number. Mass number is equal to the number of proton plus the number of neutrons. So 18 plus 17, you will have 35 for its mass number. Okay, last, potassium. So potassium, ang present na yung kanyang atomic number, 19. So definitely, yan na rin ang number of proton and electron. So to compute for the number of neutrons, just simply subtract the mass number minus the atomic number, or can also minus the number of proton, and then you will have 20. Okay? So if you're going to deal with this particular symbol, na ganito yung notation niya, yung susundin natin to. So if this is the symbol of the element, Mg stands for magnesium, the information on the upper left side of the symbol is the mass number for magnesium. And then ito, yung kanyang atomic number. If you subtract that, you will get the number of neutrons. Okay? So, your periodic table is always useful when it comes to identifying the mass and then the atomic number. So, let us discuss some information of your periodic table. So, ito yung pinaka-legend ng inyong periodic table. Makikita nyo naman lahat yan kung meron kayong periodic table. So, susundin nyo na lang kung ano yung mga information given dun sa legend nung symbol na yon. So, usually, ang atomic number, sinabi nga natin, nasa taas, upper part siya. So, lahat ng number na yan na nasa taas, these are the atomic number of the element. Yung nasa babang number are the mass numbers. So, if you notice, potassium has an atomic number of 19 and calcium has an atomic number of 20. So, if you're going to identify yung trend niya from left to right, okay, so potassium is 19, calcium is 20, then scandium is 21. So as you go across the periodic table from left to right, the number of proton also increases. Kasi di ba ang atomic number is equal to the number of proton. And always remember that the number of proton is the identity of the element. Pag nag-iba na yung number of proton niya, ibang element na yun. Okay? So, if you have any questions, you just simply leave your comment below. Okay, and then don't forget to subscribe in our YouTube channel. Thank you.